Hey guys, welcome to another video, and we are back in DayZ. This is experimental 1.14, and today we're going to have a look at contamination zones. In fact, we have a little discussion about them. I don't want to go too much into the effects and the science of it all, really. That's something that Wobo does a lot better on YouTube. If you're not following him already, go and check him out. He does a really great job and stuff like this. These are brand new to this experimental patch, and yes, this is an experimental server. So they're going to be trying stuff. But what I'm really concerned about is this is a massive game changer. This isn't just something they've added to a collection of additions and updates for this patch. This is going to change DayZ potentially in a massive way. For a start, these zones, in fact there are only 2 permanent zones like this on the map at the moment. And in fact we can see Reefy here. It's completely surrounded in this green cloud, and there's a military base on the east side of the map where it's completely cut off by this zone, this cloud of death. And I've got some footage of that. We'll look at that in a minute. But there are also random gas contamination drops that just appear potentially anywhere on the map. They are specific locations, but they're all over the place. So you could have a gas cloud like this appear in the village you're searching. They're also putting top loot into these contamination zones. So Reefy now has much better loot, which is a good thing, but it's drawing loot out of the economy from the rest of the game. There are only so many things that will spawn on the map, and this will affect it. It will be more contained within this zone, which I think is slightly short-sighted. Also, to get into the zone, you need a full hazmat suit and a gas mask. A gas mask that runs out very quickly when inside. In fact, I think you get like a maximum of 8 minutes before the filter on your gas mask runs out. It's a massively dangerous area. You also have contamination zombies. Zombies, you can see one roaming there in the distance, that are hazmat zombies, and they are strong. They're as strong as military zombies. So it's pretty difficult. If they damage your suit, ruin it, then you will die very quickly. Within 25 seconds you get, I think, level 2 poisoning, and you start to die. You die in a terrible way. You start puking your guts up, vomiting blood. It's pretty grim. They're really difficult to deal with. I mean, finding the hazmat suit is a nightmare. I've tried luring out these zombies, and we can see that in the footage we'll have a look at in a sec, and they really don't spawn as much as you'd hope. So it strikes me that they need to up the amount of spawning loot regarding this, but that then would also take away from other loot in the game, and I don't know whether they've necessarily got the ability to do that without affecting the balance of the loot. It's really tricky. I think this is a massive game changer. Let's have a look at the other footage. So you can see we're right up against the military base here, and the gas cloud is inside, and it just appears in front of me. I'm coughing. Obviously that's going to be an audible indicator for anybody else around the area, so that makes you kind of vulnerable. The cloud was rolling in at me, and I just didn't know where it was for a minute, and suddenly bang, it's on top of me. So it's a moving kind of beast, if you like, and you don't quite know where it is, and if you stay for too long you start to get cuts. And you can see there on my character we have a cut appear, and they will just continuously build up and up and up, and you'll lose blood, die very quickly, and all the other sorts of diseases that go along with the gas cloud then affect you, the cloud of death. So pretty grim exposure levels, and you can see there how vulnerable we are without any equipment or gas mask. So I want to try and draw out the zombies and see whether they've got much loot that would be handy for the contamination zone. So you can see there's a hazmat infected takes down, but I can hear others coming at me. This maybe was a risky strategy. Suddenly there was approximately 3 or 4 hazmat zombies there, and you think maybe might get a gas mask. That might be a very plausible thing. Definitely something that you'd hope for. And you can see I've given myself a bit of space so that I don't get knocked out, because you recover a certain amount if you get away from them. Anyway, he goes down. So I'm going to check the bodies and see exactly what they've got. Gas mask filters. So on that one, and I think we've got 2 more. I think neither of them have anything. So not good. So I'm just thinking, right, I'm going to run in and see what happens. One of those infected hit me, and it infected me. I think, is it safe in buildings? So I go into this first barracks here, and I'm like, right, let's just check and see whether I'm still getting sick from being in this location. And already the cuts are going up. There, I'm coughing. The gas is around me. There doesn't seem to be any escape. And now I get to the point now where this is it. It's it for me. So I decided I'm going to run further into the base and see what it looks like, and see whether there's other hazmat zombies that we can take down and try and get a gas mask maybe. Although I'm pretty much in a very bad place, as you can see now. So I'm kind of sacrificing this character just to see what it's like. And you can see how wide this gas cloud is. It completely fills the base. There's no little pockets of safety. And then as I get here, look, this is pretty grim. And then the blood's draining from me. And then I fall, and very quickly I die. So potentially these could be hotspots for people to come and try and loot. Potentially. I'm just starting to think that maybe it won't be. Maybe people just aren't going to be bothered to try and find these suits, and sections of the map are going to be out of bounds. I really don't know what to make of this. That's what I'm doing with this video. I want your opinion, guys, because I feel very strongly that this potentially is the wrong thing for DayZ. That they shouldn't do this. It affects the open world nature of the map, and it throws something in which is just incredibly difficult to deal with. And in fact, most people who just like play for an hour on a day don't have time to gather a hazmat suit. You know, I'm also beginning to wonder whether these are too much for the servers to handle. We've had a fair amount of instability on the servers. There's been a bit of lag, there's been a bit of desync. So I'm wondering whether these are just too big. And why are they so big? Why can't they make just smaller patches? Or just channels of gas where they've been caught in a valley, rather than covering a complete area so you could navigate around and maybe be forced into the gas. They could do this much more strategically, make it more interesting and less discriminating. So yeah, I want to know, is this right? What do you think? Yes or no? Or are you impartial? You've got other ideas how they could potentially implement this in a much more effective way. Guys, if you found this video interesting, click the thumbs up. And if you're not subbed already, we also, if you could, because we want to grow this community. I want your feedback on this one. This is the first time I've felt this passionate about an update. And I really think that we need to have a voice and maybe defend a game that they've actually started to make good again. So guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.